the way that it's set up, you create a playlist of vocabulary content based on words you don't know, words you need to learn, and also based on artists that you may or may not like.
I think it's a good idea because when people look at music, particularly hip hop, they think like it's not teaching you nothing, and you're not gonna learn that for real. But the truth is in the context.
And Chicago is obviously a place where there's a big opportunity to help students that are hungry for, interesting programming and programming that's relevant to them.
How would our community best interact with this portal, and what can we do to kind of add some flash, some SocialWorks sexy into it? And we thought of an idea of creating a playlist with all these geniuses that are in Chicago. And these geniuses, I'm talking about, what is classically known as rappers, these wordsmiths.
It really stems from my childhood. I was a student that for a very long time in my life was not academically inclined or interested particularly, but I was incredibly interested in hip-hop music and lyrical music, and I just had this connection that I felt to it.
It's just everybody's preconceived notions. When you hear hip-hop and you hear literacy, it's not really like, oh, I get it.
As I got older, I started to see that this time that I had spent with this music was kind of starting to carry over into my academic or curricular experience. And, I had a broader understanding of vocabulary, and I had a knack for figurative language, and it all started to kind of connect and fuse.
Like holding up College Board standards to a genre of hip-hop that started in New York in the 80s. Like, people don't really get that. You need people like SocialWorks, you need people like Rhymes of Reason to really find these connections to bring it over, because it isn't a left side of the brain or right side of the brain. That's not innovation. Innovation is bringing the two together and setting a new standard, setting a new course of action. And I think with SocialWorks and with Rhymes of Reason, we're both here to do that exact same thing.
This right here takes me to a song I like or an artist that is really popular, and I go to the context and I figure out how to develop those skills of inferring and looking through context clues and figuring out a word. So I think this is really good.
In other spaces, sometimes with new technology, there's quicker adoption. It happens faster, but we're in it for the long game.